The Hurricanes kicker headed toward the football, and their season is now officially underway. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. The give is to Williams. Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on 3rd down. Throwing, Carr. Working the middle. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. To throw, it's Carr. Sends it downfield. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they can win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Now here's Carr. Throws for the tight end. And the big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. C.J. Carr firing again. They get to him as he throws. Intercepted. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense Here's Ncaa to throw. Makes the grab. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country.
Caught, and he's got room. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first. Out wide right, it's Pringle. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
And the Hurricanes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Throwing, Ncaa. Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. Inside the 30. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. And the Canes have it with a 1st and goal. Trying to run, it's Pringle. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Pitch to the corner. Nowhere to go.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
That brings us to 3rd and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. Here's Ncaa to throw. Swings it out to his running back. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down.
And I got to know on offense, right? When I get in this situation down near the goal line, I got to get physical, finish my run forward, not start dancing around, going all over the...
Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. He wants it all. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
So many factors go into making the big play in the big moment, calling the right play, getting protection. You got it all dialed up. It's perfect. And then he does that, drops the ball right in his hands.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Keeps it moving, it's Mobley. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Still looking for our first score of the game as we start the 2nd quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Here's Carr to throw. Right side, it's Mobley. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And one of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And that's not a surprise. When a QB lines up and sees man-to-man coverage on his guy that runs so fast on the GPS that it's speeding in a school zone, like this dude can absolutely roll. He sees man coverage, tries to take advantage of it. They don't execute on that play. But if you want to play that defense, I think you'll get that pattern a lot from that guy.
The kick is on its way. Going to field this one in tight quarters. And they'll stop him right there on the return. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Ncaa under pressure. It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Hits inside. It's Mobley. Oh, he's got some space. The 50. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And these offenses, man, they've been struggling, and you've been waiting. Who's going to make the big play? They finally break through. They make the big explosive play, and maybe this is what they needed to get this offense rolling.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. They had some holes to fill on the roster. They've gone into the portal. They brought in a pretty decent haul. How good do you think this staff feels right now addressing those areas of need, David?
Well, I think you feel really good about bringing in quality depth, experience depth. But now the trick is to merge it with your other guys and everybody get on the same page, and moving in the same direction.
The coaching staff is so excited, too. They feel like if they can stay healthy, they can take an extra step versus where they were a year ago because of these new bodies they found through the portal.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Complete. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. And the Canes moving quickly to the line. Second down, gonna throw it. Out wide right, it's Pringle. Turning it on! And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The Canes are moving quickly down the field. Straight ahead, it's Pringle. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
Caught on the RPO. He's dropped.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. The Hurricanes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Throwing, Ncaa. Finds his big tight end. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. Not much of a secret who they were looking to, but doing something about it is a major problem.
It's so hard to stop on these 3rd downs. You think about it, he can block, and then he can go deep. He can release, intermediate. The tight ends are so valuable in today's football, and especially in the red area. They find him, and they get the first down.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on 1st down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. The throw on 2nd down, and they need a lot. Turns it upfield. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
These 3rd downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this 3rd down.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Here's Ncaa to throw. It's grabbed. They will score. Touchdown, Miami! The extra point here would tie the game. And he knocked that one right down the middle. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the 2nd quarter. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Carr. It's complete to the right. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. The Irish might opt to take a shot here on 2nd and inches. Back to throw, it's Carr. Dumps it off in the flats. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out and you can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Looking long. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. Threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
They don't need a bunch on second down. To the air again, Carr. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Ncaa. They're all over him. He's sacked. This defense all over him. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Short pass. He'll get down to the 22 before going out of bounds.
Yeah, and some quarterbacks just read your mail. And Palmer, it looked like he read blitz all the way and knew his answer.
Yeah, Dave, you could tell this guy spent a lot of time studying film leading up to this game. They knew this defense was going to try to pressure him, so you want to know where your answers are against the blitz, and he found it there, dumping it off to his back.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Here's Darian Ncaa to throw. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. The run inside. It's Pringle. Stopped short of the first down, but this upset still percolating in their minds, and they can take the lead with a field goal. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Absolutely center cut. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with the Washington Huskies taking on the number 11 team, the Clemson Tigers. And it's Washington looking to bounce back from the Game 1 loss. They lead here in the first half. And as we check in on these notable matchups this week, we're reminded of just how meaningful every week in college football truly is.
The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Makes the grab, and down immediately he picks up a few.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Throwing, Ncaa. Got his man. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Turns into the pile. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. Extending the play. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
Looking for space. It's Mobley. Just smothered on the play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. There he goes. Past the touchdown, Fighting Irish. That one will give them the lead. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Fires quickly. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Here's Ncaa to throw. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Got him downfield. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. And the Hurricanes are marching down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Fresh center down's going to the air. On a little time, lets it go. Way off target there.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
Third quarter, opening week of the season, and they're facing 2nd and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pringle. Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
Coming into this game, man, the focal point was on the running back, right? We've got to stop the running back. Talking to these coaches, they've got to be physical. 1 guy, 2 guy, 3 guys have to get there. Man, they've done an unbelievable job being physical, getting him on the ground, and really shutting a great player down so far this game.
Ncaa throws to the tight end. Picked off to stop the threat. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Takes the handoff. It's Mobley. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Throwing, Carr. Look out. He's going to fire deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Carr. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
Throws to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Vaughn. And it's complete at the 6. Defense right there, but now they're backed up with a goal-to-go situation.
And you can see just how explosive this offense is. It doesn't matter what they do. Whether they're throwing the ball, whether they're running the ball, they've had some balance, but they can pick up yards in chunks. And you're seeing it happen. A really nice completion there. They ran it the play before, and now here they are knocking on the goal line again in the red zone.
Here's Darian Ncaa to throw. Right side, it's Pringle. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One final period to play, and we'll see who can grab that W as we start the 4th. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Looks as if he's going to run it. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
And this could prove to be the biggest play of the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. Not gonna make it. And the 4th down gamble backfires.
Man, what a job keeping your eyes on your key. It's so easy sometimes when they run those RPOs to get a little bit lost with your eyes, to come up, play the run. Nice job seeing the ball thrown. He's got his guy, makes the tackle, and gets the big 4th down stop.
Here come the Irish back on offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Carr to throw. Looking deep. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Now here's Carr. Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety.
Great job on the safety there. And how about the D tackle just collapsing the pocket? There was nowhere for the quarterback to step up into to try to buy himself some time. That D tackle walked his man right into the lap of the QB, and he gets the safety.
They'll take the penalty and move them back. They'll have a first down here, a Week 0 game that is living up to all the hype and anticipation. From the gun, it's Pringle. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Oh, he's got some space. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Throwing, Ncaa. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Fires to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And the Canes are flying down the field. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Drops back on first down. Left side is Springle. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And the Canes can really attack on this second and short. He's changing the play. Here's Ncaa to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. Swats it away.
Well, there the free safety shows you his coverage ability in man-to-man. He was locked in with his guy, and he was able to knock that ball away.
Ball's at the 27. It's third and short. Can they avoid making that fourth down decision? He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. The Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Ncaa unloads to the wideout. Working on the right. Touchdown, Canes! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
Who can you count on in those big moments? Who can make those big plays? Who do you trust? And they trust the receiver to run a go and to run right by the DB. He makes the play, breaks the tie, takes the lead for this football team.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. It's Mobley. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
It's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these running backs, and then again, Fertile, not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Looking to pass. It's Carr. Rush right in his face. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be aggressive. They're trying to get the football back later in the game, Jesse.
Because they're going to be so aggressive too, David, you know, on offense now, you have a chance to break one maybe in the run game or finding a one-on-one matchup in the passing game to really pad the lead.
Second and long here, but objective number 1, keep that clock moving. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Fires to the wideout. Makes a grab.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
The Hurricanes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Send the tight end in motion. Now on the move. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The Irish use their 3rd and final timeout. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run with Brown. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Well, 2 things you're thinking about here offensively is, 1, you want to take as much time off the clock. But 2, you really want to score another touchdown to make this a 2-possession game. You could almost ice it if you can find a way to get in the end zone here. Just take your time. Don't snap it too quickly.
They'll run it on 3rd and goal. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Oh, it's blocked. He's got the ball. That one's live. This will be the last play of the game and the last chance they have maybe to win it at the gun. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. He's taking the deep shot. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Bringing it back. Powers through. He scampers out of bounds right at the 19-yard line, and man, are they set up. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.